hopefully everyone had a really good Thanksgiving holiday. Some people I know are still having theirs, possibly even today. You know, in that case, happy late Thanksgiving. Um, I had a really good one this year, and it's kind of, a really welcome blessing. Thanks usually between Thanksgiving and Christmas is like many other people. Uh, I've had a lot of traumatic things happen. Cataclysmic things. Becoming homeless on Thanksgiving a couple times with the child. Uh, People dying, etc., etc. But this year was actually really, really nice. In fact, it was so nice it made me uncomfortable. You know, I'm not the only one with this, I'm sure. Um, Growing up in most of my life, there's always been some kind of drama on Thanksgiving. You know, uh, cousin getting drunk, acting a fool, going to jail, me going to jail, etc., etc. There's always some kind of drama, or violence, or police involvement, etc. But I went with my daughter, my son, and my son-in-law to his family, and for me, it was like stepping into an episode of some sitcom, some family sitcom. You know, wouldn't say the Huxtables, because pretty sure Cliff was doping all the daughter's friends. Yeah, I got issues. But Growing Pains or Full House or whatever, you know. And even, I've spoke about this before. When people are accustomed to war or violence, getting thrown into civilization or a civilized group of so-called normies, that onto itself is sometimes traumatizing. Okay? You got a creature that's bred for combat. And you put him in a room full of guppies or sheep. Maybe not sheep, not the right term, but normies, you know, trying not to startle them or make them feel uncomfortable is stressful. And yeah, you know, say, I don't give a fuck what they say. Everybody cares at some part of themselves, whether they lie to themselves or not, what people think about them. And I particularly care especially with these people, because it will affect how they treat my kid. You know. I've learned that sometimes what other people think does matter. You know, and not just with this new venture that I'm dealing with, but